So we are just in front of this beautiful villa of Nicole. And let's see how successful entrepreneurs, business women live in Dubai.
That's right.
Right now you are driving Rolls-Royce. When was the last time that you rode the metro? Sustainable Business of the Year, Business Leader of the Year, Business Innovation of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year. See, how did you find your first client? Who was?
Oh boy,
did you?
And you might be just lucky. You might win yourself a free portfolio with Diva.
2 books. We will have two winners, plus 1 winner will get the portfolio with the company of Nicole. Nicole Rodriguez has successfully completed the 43rd session of the Honor President Management Program in Witness Way of. Okay, Harvard, did it help you to run business?
2013 I started my business.
Right.
And end of 2016 I came to Dubai.
When that happened, and
That was just about 2 years ago. So welcome to the factory. Yeah, you
it's
can,
inflated like a ball.
yeah, you can play. It's safe. You can play football with it.
Okay, so now is my favorite part, the giveaway. This is the book. If you want to get these books directly from Nicole, you need Hello everyone, today we're in the House of Beauty in Dubai with the queen of this house, Nicole. Thank you very much for arranging this wonderful interview. We are really happy to be here and we are really keen to listen to your story and learn something new from your business experience.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for honoring me and coming out to getting to know me too. And I look forward to answering all your brainstorming questions.
Thank you, thank you. So let's start from the very beginning. Can you please introduce yourself? I know that you have lots of businesses. I checked lots of websites, so I just can't count already how many businesses you have. So can you please let us know what are your major businesses at the moment and introduce yourself.
Sure. So my name is Nicole Rodriguez and I'm 45 years old. I've come to Dubai in 2003. I started off with the Diva Models initially, and because there weren't really many model agencies, and there was structure that was required in this part of the world for that sort of our industry. We started off with a model agency, went on to expand into talent management, brought on activation promotion as a department, then on to events, and then on to production of film and print medium. Come 2005-06, Dubai was booming in the real estate, which it still is. I still think Dubai is like the place to invest in real estate. I love it. So I got into the bandwagon like everybody else did. I was extremely fortunate and sailed right through the first crash, and and I've been really fortunate like that. So real estate has been fabulous for me. Then I went on to Harvard Business School and I did my OPM for 3 years. Came back and started up Diva Lady Salon, Diva Laundry, NMI Accounting. So that's me.
Right. So you were a model. How come you shift to business?
Well, I'm also Indian, right? Yeah. So we kind of, you know, we have in our bloodstream. Trade is like part of the way we brought up anyways, right? And then I also came from a family where my grandparents my grandfather was in business, an extremely successful business person. So it was always there in the family. And then my mother, you know, it's generations, and you pass down, you know, the same sort of value system and the rules that run in business. Right. So it was only a matter of time when I had to turn around and take my position as, you know, getting back into business. Yeah. So I loved modeling, I loved the media, I loved the industry, and it was but natural that I would have taken it to the next level.
But when you came to Dubai, you started to work in a PR agency. So you were an employee at first.
That's right. So I started off in a PR agency for like a month. I was terrible. Terrible. Reasons being, I'm very free-spirited. I'm extremely innovative. I can't be put in a box. I'm constantly evolving, constantly transforming. Yeah. The person I was 5 years ago, I'm not today. The person I was 20 years ago, I'm not today. And I hope the person I am, you know, 5 years from now is not today as well. So that's the whole idea. In this lifetime, I want to live as many different lives as possible, which means that you're constantly innovating, you know, re-looking at yourself, analyzing your belief system, what you love, what you don't, and, you know, improvising and making that change and pushing yourself to make that change.
When you started, I read in some website that you had to take 50,000 dirhams as a capital to start your own business. How did you persuade these guys, these people who trusted you this money? What did you do? How did you find these people?
I was so fortunate. I've always been so fortunate. Thankfully. So these were friends and family, right? And they all knew that I was very, very, very ambitious and very driven and very focused, goal-driven. So when I set my mind to doing something, irrespective of what is in its way, I will get it done. I'm not one to like sit around and let other people's opinions bring me down. Yeah. And that is the kind of spirit they actually invested in. I don't think any of my family friends who invested into the business had any idea of the industry itself. It was probably something they didn't even have an idea about, but they trusted me as the entrepreneur, and they were rewarded well, and they're very glad they did that.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Game Changers YouTube channel. Today we're meeting one of the best entrepreneurs in Dubai. His name is Sassan Dieter.
So welcome to the factory.
Factory itself.
Yeah.
So this is where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. So we have different units. We have the remanufacture of the toner cartridges happening. And we have this unit that works with the refurbishment of these copiers.
Right.
So we started this business about 2 years ago. And that's a massive business. So each of these copiers weighs about 200 kilograms of weight.
Right.
And if nobody would extend their life, they would be just thrown in the bin. Plastics, metals, cadmium, all the toxic metal elements. So remanufacturing, circular economy, for us is very serious. So we actually extend their lives by about 5 to 6 years. We'll show you pictures downstairs. They come in damaged, broken, aged, yellow, completely dysfunctional.
Yeah.
And after we process these machines, you will see some models that are already ready. They will look just like brand new, ready for the client, and their life will go on for another 5, 6, 7 years.
Nice.
So in the other aspect of the business, we take care of the cartridges, the toner cartridges.
Yeah.
So in remanufacturing, in a nutshell, the empty toner cartridge will come inside. The factory will be completely dismantled and will be rebuilt from scratch on the input of new components that are required, based on what you saw in the R&D. How do we need to do it, right?
All right.
So we can go down.
Let's go down.
That's the chief, big boss.
All right.
He's our operations manager and the chief coach of the company. Vijay, come say hi.
Hello, welcome to GI.
And this is Max.
Hi Max.
Nice to meet you.
He runs the production.
How many people you have here?
30, 40 down here.
People here now.
35 people.
We look at where it starts,
Yeah, sure.
inside. Let's go inside and find what we can find. Oh, that's big machines. You can pull out one. These are the biggest models we make. One set of these is sold in the market at roughly the price of an old used car. So you might be paying 5,000 dirham for just 4 pieces.
Really?
Yeah. Plus the drums, you're up at 8,000 dirhams. Now, when you spend 8,000 dirhams for this, right? And we come and say, our brand promise, we help you save 25% on 7,000 dirhams. How much is that? I'm not so good in head count, but it's close to 2,000 dirhams for one set that we can help you save. Plus, you have saved the environment. You're using elements that otherwise would be dumped in the bin. So that's truly what we do here.
Can you please tell us a little bit about your story, how you came to the UAE, what made you come to the UAE, why out of so many countries you decided to come to the UAE and start your business here?
The UAE, Dubai particularly, it had always a very good vibe about it. Dubai was so vibrant, and I still remember I was practicing as an attorney at the time, but my first trip to the UAE was 1996. So there was not much around here. And you know, the city was still very young. I think the population was about 500,000. But something impressed me when I landed the first time. I had completed a legal case for a client that was here and was successful, so they invited me over as a thank you token, and I arrived, and I was, you know, taken by the atmosphere the city had. You felt there's something happening. You felt, you know, I fell in love with the creek and the settings there, the DAOs, the trade happening, people going and coming. So it really excited me to be part of a city that you felt the pulse. You know, it wants to grow, it wants to push out, and who would have known in 1996 that Dubai would become what it is, except its ruler maybe had the vision for sure, but as other people who visit, we wouldn't know how far it would go. But yeah, it was exciting.
How all these big producers looking at your business, like
British Airways looks at Branson. They want to lock us down. Here they do filling. They fill the cartridges with this machine. That's the end stage. You can go back there. They have some machinery inside, the compressor room as well. And if you want to put your... So compressors, air dryers, dehumidifier. In electrostatic industry, we have to deal with everything with dry air, dehumidified air. So that's why it's very crucial to have the right processes from beginning. Electrostatic components like photoorganic drum and magnetic rollers, PCRs, do not like grease or humidity. When you touch it, you destroy the print quality at the end. There are so many little things going into the manufacture. So it all starts here when they take apart individual cartridges. So it will be completely dismantled. You want? Should I take one? This is partially dismantled. As you can see, there are still components like the PCR and magnetic roller are still in it. This will be then eventually fully dismantled. Bad parts will be sorted out, right? And good parts continue in the process. So circular economy is all about how you extend life cycle of usable components.
Right.
So about 80% of what's been used here can be extended. In life cycle, 20% will have added new components into it. So we can continue to one of the stations here. In color it runs different. So the color units run with special machines also. We have HEPA filters, HEPA filters included that extract the dust from the room. So it has to be in line with Dubai municipality and health authority rules, everything. The air is very clean here. And that's because multiple vacuum machines are extracting. So once they have disassembled everything and qualified the good components, sorted out the bad components, they send the qualified components into the assembly unit.
the most important thing for you is just listening to your heart. And sometimes, when you don't know where to go, what to do in your life, you have just to close your eyes and feel your heart and just thinking about who you are and sending a big thank you out there, whoever is there, just send the energy. And whatever is happening in your life, even sometimes it's not something good what happened to your life, but be always thankful for it, that you are just here, you have the possibility to live. When you are thankful, believe me, when you're just sending good vibes, everything good is coming back to you. And in all religion, we have a lot of religions here in Dubai. Yeah, we have Christians, we have Muslims, and so on. And most of the people, they believe in this, in the religion, yeah, sending something good to get something good. It's really like this, and I see it on spiritual way. When you're sending good vibes, always you get something.
Today I'm meeting not another speaker. Today I'm meeting my friend, my true inspiration, a person who I met several years ago, who started from literally nothing in Dubai, and now he has his own empire which is expanding worldwide. This is Said Shiripour, the owner and the founder of Eposide Marketing. Said, thank you very much that you found time for us, for the viewers, to share your story, your experience, and I'm very happy to see you.
I started my business 5 years before in Germany, and it started from the pain. I had a pain, I'm originally Iranian. I grew up in Germany, and when we had the possibility to come to Germany and to do something there, I thought about going to university and doing what my parents want me to do. And when you're Iranian, your parents, they always want you to be an engineer or a doctor.
Right.
So when you're coming from US, you're either, when you're Iranian, doctor or engineer, or you're a taxi driver. So they didn't want me to be a taxi driver. They said you have to go through the university. I went through it because of my parents. I did what they love, and it was not successful. So I understood after 2.5 years that it's not something for me. I went all the day, every day there, listening to some professor, and they didn't inspire me. And I thought, like, when I'm pushing myself there, I'm going to be finished. It might be 1 or 2 years longer because I don't like it what I'm doing. So in some tests I'm not good, I have to do them again. How much I'm going to earn that I can buy for my mama a house, that I can have a good life, travel the world, and have responsibilities for me, everybody else. After that, I decided to make my business.
What can you recommend to those people who are just starting how to be successful, how to become successful?
Yeah, first of all, as I told you, the most important thing is just believe in yourself. Once you're just sure inside yourself, whoever you are having completely different point of view of your opponent. So you have to be sure in who you are. The second thing is you have to be sure for what you want to achieve. If you don't have a target, it's the same like the camera, If you don't have a focus, if you don't know where you want to just show, so you cannot go there. So you don't know which way you have to check. Yeah, you go to right or left, and then you don't know. You're going to be depressive. So depressed. So this is the two things which is very, very important. I believe if you're sure in yourself and you're sure in your target, that it's the most important thing. I believe when you have these two, everything else is following, like the good product, all these customers and everything, because you are sure that it's going to be. And you don't need anybody to be sure in you, because first of all of your opponents and enemies, they are not sure in you. All of your friends, they are not sure in you. And the most hurtful thing is your family is not sure in you. Because it's painful. It's painful, because you grow up with your family and they are not sure in you. Yeah, so it's very, very important that you are just sure by yourself, standing with your feet and going for it. I started to earn a little bit money actually before it, when I was in the university. A couple of euros, sometimes like 400, 500, but I started invested the money again in the business. So in that time when I really decided, I had 100 euros in my pocket. And when I decided to, you know, I fold the paper when you want to quit from the university. I went there and I had the paper and I just put it there and say I want to quit, and it was so hard for me to just say I don't want to do something what other people want me to do, okay? Right. So I started it, make my business. Short story, I don't want to say so much, but after 14 months, I make from the 100 euros 1.4 million euros. And I make the first and the second, the third and fourth company. So I had 4 companies in German-speaking area, all in the areas marketing, but with different specification. And I started make more money and more money. It was amazing. And I wrote a book about it. And that one makes me the most famous dropout student in Germany.
Right.
It's like the book, the title is The Perfect Online Business. How I turned 100 euros to 1.4 million in 40 months. I wrote everything down how I did it. And it was the bestseller in last year and the year before. So, so many people bought it in Germany and everybody was talking about that guy. I started to get emails from moms. They didn't like it, you know, because somehow I didn't want to promote to just quit the university. Everybody who's watching here right now, please don't quit your university just by thinking that it's the right thing. Said said, go out of university, I have to do. What I want to tell you is do whatever you want really to do. And I didn't have the money, I didn't know anything about online marketing, and I just went through it. And I remember when you have in Germany, you have to register your business. You don't have a company, you just register your business. It costs you 12 euros by registering. So I had by that 88 euros.
Right.
So already 12% of my budget
capital,
already it went, you know, for the idea.
Yeah.
So what I want to tell you guys, wherever you are and you're starting something, just don't think I don't have the money, I don't have the time because of my kids or whatever, or I'm too old or too young for it, I'm too black or white for it. Hey, everything is perfect. I went there in Germany. I'm not looking like everybody else there, but I don't care about. You don't have to care about your race, about where you're coming from, whatever. If you have love to share, if you have desire in your heart and you want to go for something, go for it. So I did it. Then I decided to come to Dubai.
Get the #1 step-by-step guide on how to become your own boss in the UAE. You will learn how to start your own business in the UAE. Just click the link in the description below this video and follow this link. This is your time to start. Click the link below this video. Bam! Alright, so we are in the beautiful car with a beautiful lady. We have some personal questions to you.
Oh, I like personal questions.
What is your goal for the next 5 years?
Ooh, next 5 years. I think for the next 5 years I would work on myself, on being a better human, on improving and working on my weaknesses and flaws. In terms of finding more balance in my life, I think that would be more what I would like to do in the next 5 years.
Biggest dream right now?
My biggest dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you dream about now?
I think every day I have a different dream and I go and accomplish my dreams. That's the secret about having dreams. If God gives you the ability to have a dream, He also gives you the ability to make it real, right?
Right.
So that's my whole take on dreams.
So do you have some specific or
aspirations?
Yeah.
Well, my aspirations is to help as many people as possible.
Nice.
To help teach, if possible, if I know better, first learn and then probably teach people how to develop themselves and improve themselves and grow themselves and reach their dreams and passions.
Are you mentoring someone at the moment or not yet?
So many. I mean, in terms of mentorship is not about just taking one entrepreneur on board and being there for them. There are some different ways one can mentor people. I mean, there's so many people who come in and go out of your life, right? And every person has something to teach you.
Right.
And that attitude is very important. So I think every time I meet anybody, it doesn't matter if it's somebody I see very often every second month or once in a year, whatever, it's always the attitude of wanting to help and help them develop themselves and reach their goals.
What is more important than money for you?
Love.
Love?
Love. I think love makes the world go round and round. Just like I love my work, I love my family, I
Right.
love,
What you
important. Yeah, exactly. So that's what's most important, I think, in life. Love.
Tell us where you take energy from.
Energy.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, I think energy is just there. We just need to let it flow. A lot of times we create our own blockages and don't let it flow and
Right.
go into these, states of like fear and anger and resentment. And but when you just let go of all these things, we all become like these energy bombs.
All right, so we are just in front of this beautiful villa of Nicole.
Oh, thank you.
This is the car of Nicole. You are so successful.
Thank you.
Tell these people how to be as successful as you.
All in love with what you love doing. That's how you get successful.
Yeah, so this is the secret.
Stay positive.
Yeah.
Have faith and trust and jump into the fire. Fight your fears. That's who you should be. I do, every day. Go after what I want.
When you arrived to Dubai for the first time, did you think that you will have this beautiful car, this beautiful villa, that you will have your own business? Did you think about it? Did you have a plan for that?
No,
No.
no,
So you thought to be just a regular employee?
no. I actually didn't, I don't think I thought so much. I think I just went with the flow. I just enjoyed every moment and gave it my 100%.
Yeah.
So I think that's very, very important. I think it's good to have a vision that yes, I do want the security, I want the home, I want the cars, I want the pets, and I
Yeah.
want the kids and the family and blah, blah. But that's the bigger vision. But, every day is just hardcore focusing on what is got to be done now, today, and let's get this done the best possible way that we
Right.
can get it done.
All right, so we are right in front of this beautiful villa of Nicole. Let's have a look how it is inside, and Nicole will guide some special tour for us, for our viewers, and let's see how successful entrepreneurs, business women live in Dubai.
That's right. So this is our home.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful home. This is our family. My husband, our kids. And then this is our TV room. This is where we like to chill and watch TV. Well, my husband does. And I need to learn too.
Do you sing karaoke?
Yes, we do sometimes.
What's your favorite song?
Oh my God, it's this one.
Mamma Mia?
No, it's not. It's this one with what's her face? Endless Love.
Endless Love.
Do you know it?
Endless love.
Actually, I've forgotten. It's the one Whitney Houston sang.
Ah, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I know.
I believe the children are the
Yeah.
future. I'm not sure if it's called Endless Love or something else.
So Whitney Houston is your favorite singer?
No, just
Who
that
is?
song.
Who is?
I've got so many different singers.
Like, whom do you usually listen to?
Barbara Streisand, one of my all-time favorites. Diana Ross, love it too.
Yeah.
I can be quite old-fashioned like that sometimes, but yeah. I love this. Okay, so this is like the board that is so important. It's all around love, and it's a constant reminder for me to learn to accept, trust, meditate, some awareness, be authentic. Things I know I am, but I completely forget and probably do not do sometimes. So it's a constant reminder for me every day to reinforce and reinforce and reinforce being that person.
Nice.
Self-improvement.
All right.
This is my office. It is my safe zone. It's where I hide out, and I'm a total wreck. I can, sit down, Google, YouTube, do all the fun stuff.
I will ask you about the office.
Okay.
I will ask you about this, about
Ooh,
Harvard. Come,
sure.
come here. Nicole Rodriguez has successfully completed the 43rd session of the Honor President Management Program in Witness Way. Okay, Harvard. Did it help you to run business?
Definitely. It gave me a lot more insight on, being able to articulate what I was doing. Instinctively, I was doing a lot of things, evolving, changing, adapting to situations and growing. But I had no idea how I actually got there. And Harvard, sort of formalized what I was doing, and it really helped. Network was great. It was great to meet other entrepreneurs as well, and get their perspectives and their journeys. And I think that the more people and successful people that you meet have very similar sort of value systems. Everybody's sort of in a similar sort of foundation.
I see that you have lots of books, like New Leaders, The Power of Now, The Truth.
Yes, this is like
how
some of the
many
stuff
books?
I'm reading right now. Talk to Me, like I'm someone you love. If it's Game of Love, it's Boundaries in Marriage. Like I said, I mean, every 2 weeks or so, I keep changing and going through, something new that I want to learn, and then I, find a book that gets me. And I love going through books and just marking them and highlighting them like that. That's my favorite thing to do, and then so I can go back and make notes.
How do you find time in your busy schedule to read books?
When you want something, you always find the time. There's nothing in life that we don't have the time for. It's just about prioritizing it and wanting it enough.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go have a look what we have else.
Great, and so that is my favorite part of the house. This is another reminder of me and my husband, and important values that we should have in our.
I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious.
I think that's the biggest talent that anybody should keep, like whether it's entrepreneur or not, but that's a very driving force. So here we have our finance team sitting,
All right.
7-8 people overall.
So
He's the busy guy, he's the finance manager,
Yeah.
Imran, ciao Imran, and he's always smiling.
Yeah.
She's the most proactive member of our team, lively soul, very happy always, Abia, procurement.
Right.
And let's move out. Some people are not there. That's Frank for us.
Right.
Frank is the typical client that we look for, the profile that we try to find. So he's hanging everywhere in
Target
all
audience,
offices.
right.
Okay, correct.
Lots of awards.
You might as well. Yeah, that's was best business innovation. So yeah, eight nominations, and Entrepreneur of the Year award, which was one. Business leader was one actually. Yeah. No. Which one is the winner?
DHL People and Culture, Customer Focus of the Year, Business Leaders of the Year, Gulf Capital Business of the Year, Sustainable Business of the Year, Business Leader of the Year, Business Innovation of the Year, Entrepreneur of the Year. See?
It was Business Leader of the Year, the winner.
Yeah.
Well, you can also look at the machine. This is what we do today.
Okay.
So we refurbish also this. So that's also environmental. So not we sell these, we refurbish these, we operate these, we lease it out to clients, and then of course we make the cartridges that go inside.
Right.
Right. So that's in a nutshell our business. So we enable businesses to print, and our slogan is very simple: click print, and we take care of the rest.
When you started GIT, how did you find your first client? Who were?
Oh boy,
did,
oh boy.
did you do you remember, by the way, your first client? Who,
I forget nothing from those days. I forget nothing. I
can you
remember
please
everything.
tell us a little bit about it?
Well, we set up this business not as a business to serve clients in the UAE. We set this business up as a factory to produce for a German factory, at the time the largest factory in Germany, called K&U. And so we had an agreement with them to do outsourced production. That's why I left a high-flying career. 3 partners came together, we had a business plan, we had a career, we had clear...
So before you put your business plan on the paper, you already knew who your major client will be.
That was the concept of the business, yes, correct. So we were they shipped us material from Germany, container loads, 4 containers initially of material. We were supposed to manufacture these toner cartridges for them and ship it back to Germany. And they would pay us for the added value. That was the concept. And so we set up the factory in light of that. But once we set up the factory, we started September 99. We had the first cartridge produced it's still in our reception. You can see it with a gold label on it. That was produced in March 2000. And we finished in April 2000, 11,000 cartridges produced for this client. Was, I believe, 4 containers again to go back to Germany. Right as the containers were finished and ready to go back to Germany, they went bankrupt. What do? You've hired 40 people, you bought a US consultant as your manufacturing, training and manufacturing manager. You have produced all this material, you're standing there and your client says, we're out. One client, typical startup mistake or scenario, not mistake, I wouldn't say it's a mistake, typical startup scenario where they say your business plan never stands the first client. And in our case, it was reality. So we were standing with so many employees. We had a 350,000 dirhams cash outflow a month, and we had no revenue coming in. And we had all this staff, this factory, 11,000 square foot. So that was very challenging, extremely challenging. So every month the clock was clocking with another 300,000-400,000 dirhams. Before you realize it, that was a 3 million dirhams to suppliers, to staff, to you know. So we had a little bit money left. We went to Cebit. I think it was in the fall of 2000. Cebit is the largest IT show in Frankfurt, in Hanover, not Frankfurt, in Hanover. We had a stand, and then we realized that, wow, I think the number was 28 major remanufacturers pitching for the same business. Said, okay, who are we? Startup in Dubai pitching with 28 remanufacturers. That's not going to succeed. So we spent another $10,000 there probably. The money was sifting out, and then packed our suitcases and came back. And then we had a box at the time, a design, brand. It's not the same like this one. It was definitely very different, very junior to this. So I had that box, and I took it under my arm and in one of my suits, and I went down to Khalid bin Walid Road, shop to shop. I must have hit 50, 100 shops at least.
So you were doing it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing here, so who was there? We had no local sales staff. It was not planned to sell here. So I took the box and the brand to the market and tried to sell it. And then I realized quickly that in the computer street environment, they're just used to sitting in shops and selling HP, making money. So it's not a sales skills required there. It's just like a distribution program at small margin. So when we introduced this kind of a product, nobody knew even what it was.
Yeah.
And I said, no. So we got a lot of no's and quickly realized that, well, that's not the way to market. I mean, now you could give up. You have 3 million debt, pack your suitcase and run. I always had my license. I'm still registered attorney in Frankfurt. I always could have gone back. I didn't. I decided to stick in it because still that dream existed. This will be the #1 place in the Middle East Africa. Today we are. And the Middle East Africa, the #1 remanufacturer of toner cartridges, the #1 independent document printing solutions provider.
This is the photo that we were looking for. The meeting with His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed. Can you please let us know a little bit when that happened? And
that was just about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And Sheikh Hamdan was there as well, by the way. And they congratulated us and thanked us for the contribution to the local economy. So that was his words, like Sheikh Hamdan, I remember as well, thanks for your contributions to the economy and the local existence. So it was a reception in his palace in Jumeirah.
Yeah. So that was the time when you were making the payment for such a success, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you battle it out, you fight it. Then I hired also 2 guys. I hired 2 guys. In those days, the salaries were 1,500 dirhams, sales guys.
Okay.
And we had 2 cars branded.
Okay.
Skoda, small Skodas. I remember everything of it. And the first guy landed the sale of 1 cartridge. 1 cartridge. It was 190 dirham sale. And then I threw a big party. And he said, but I'm embarrassed. The party is costing a lot more than, than this 1 cartridge, 190 dirhams, 189 dirhams, I think it was. I said, no, this was a proof of concept. Who can sell 1 can sell 10. Who can sell 10 can sell 100, and who can sell 100 can sell 1,000, and it continues. We can sell millions, where we are today. So this has been my fundamental principle in entrepreneurship. Whenever we started new businesses, and we had started many new businesses, new locations, new businesses, new segments within the business, new products, new services, I always say, stick to the same theory. You need a proof of concept. If you can't sell 1, then we'll go after 9. 1 is not a full proof of concept, but it shows it's sellable.
Yeah.
But once you hit 10, you have pretty much a solid proof of concept. If you hit 100, then it's very solid and proven. Then onwards, it's just strategy. It's easy. We started 2 businesses, startup, 2 years ago. We're generating this year over 5 million revenue with these 2 new businesses. I know that 75% of startups probably fail and how difficult it is, but sometimes we get surprised. We launched managed print services, document printing solutions about 2 years ago from scratch, from zero. And we started our export business. We were not exporting, we were only domestic oriented. And this year we will generate over 5 million. and it's 120, 150% growth over last year for these 2 new startups we did.
Yeah.
So did we a startup in 2016 in Kenya. So we started there, and year 1 was $50,000, and it grew by 6 times to $300,000 or 1.1 million revenue. So that's all part of another startup that became profitable in the first full year of operation. So that theory of one still applies everywhere.
So sometimes it's really hard to overcome the obstacles, and as any businessman, any entrepreneur, you have the obstacles, you have the tough times, you have the walls that is standing in front of you, and you're just keeping on kicking it, and it's still there. So how you overcome it and how to survive in this time, how not to lose the sense and belief in yourself at these times.
There are some times, when you're honest to yourself, there are some times coming that you're just losing these points. You're just losing the believing in yourself, and you're just trying to swim. You are trying to swim, but you cannot reach your target. I'm just always saying about life, it's like a tunnel, At the end of the tunnel, there is a light. And when you're going there through, and this light might be sometimes bigger, might be sometimes smaller, because you're just going and there's a lot of dirt, there are a lot of stones, and everybody else wants to just put you down. Everybody else. And in the beginning, it's like a car. You need the maximum effort of energy of a car by the beginning to start the car. Okay? So the maximum, because when it's rolling very good. So you can just give a little bit of effort and you can be faster. But the beginning, it's very hard. And how to do it is, every day when you're just closing a day and the day is not good, and you just sit by yourself and just reflecting who you are, what you want, and just be clear for what you are doing. If you don't know for what you are doing this, then you will be lost, even when you have your target. Why? Are you doing it for your parents? Are you doing it for your wife or your husband, for your kids? For what you are doing? The most important thing is that you're doing also as well for yourself, for your desire, for your dreams. You have to always know why I am doing this, and these rough times are always coming. You always be, also for me, whatever it is, you're growing, and when you're growing, when you're falling, you fall really hard. You fall really hard, it's painful. But after a time, your body gets used of it. You're just waking up, standing up very fast and go for the next point.
After how many years did you decide to come to Dubai? Like you started at 23?
Yeah, 23, like 2013 I started my business.
Right.
And end of 2016 I came to Dubai. So it was basically the most horrible thing in my life happening. I lose my first girlfriend. She passed away because of lung embolism. I went through depression. I went through depression 3 months. I didn't find anything, because once you're achieving everything, in that time, you can imagine, I got everything in my life. I got everything. I got, I proved to myself, I proved to my friends, I proved to my parents, I proved to everybody, I did it. I'm the guy, You see, I have a lot of companies, I have employees working for me, I make good money. And then once this happened to me, and it was the worst thing in my life happening, that I lose her, and unfortunately I was there when she passed away, and it was not something what we just saw before that it's going to happen. It was just accidentally happened, and it was bring me so much down that I had the hardest depression. I would never think that I get depression in my life, but that time I understood that all of this money, all of these things what you think is important in your life is not important. What other people thinking about you is not important. You know what is important? Love, happiness. Actually, this is basically this thing what we were talking about before the interview. I asked you what is the most important thing for you. You said to me happiness. It's very smart. Your happiness and your love is the most important thing. So I lose my love, but I try to find my happiness. And in Germany, in that time, it was in September, it was very cold. It was very cold, and I thought like, I just want to open the map and feel where is the place where the sun is always shining, and when I can shine. Because in that time, some days, the sun was shining. And in that days, I didn't need any tablet to feel better. I didn't need anything to feel better. I just needed the sun. So the sun gave me the power and understood I have to go to that place where is the sun shining. So I asked my guys, I want to invite you, just my friends, some of them who are working in my company, I want to invite you on my cost to Dubai. Let's go there, I want to have a look. And that time we went to Dubai for 14 days. And after 7 days, I came to your company. Right. I remember I saw you and business partner Evgenia coming to the hotel, and I said to you guys, I want to start my company here in Dubai. Right. And I quit all companies in Germany, paid a lot of taxes going out there. So basically I just let everything there what I had and started a new life here.
Close the chapter and open the new one.
Yeah.
So that's also German technology as well. From even the airbags are patented in Germany. So the chambers don't deflate. So there's a lot of little detail. You can get airbags in Asia, but you cannot get airbags that don't deflate.
Right.
Those you find in Germany. And that's pressure controlled, it's sealed, and pressure controlled machine.
More precise. Exact amount of air is discharged into those chambers.
So that's a valve control, automatic filling. We have a second one, third one, right? The backup. You have additional backup too, right? So once that is done, no packet in the, yeah, you can.
It's inflated like a ball.
Yeah, you can play. It's safe. You can play football with it. Now it goes here in the box, and then the box is sealed and hot sealed, and that's it. So you can see a ready box. Do you have a closed box? Premium?
Can you show us one box? Closed one?
Anyone?
You even put the German quality.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
High standards. We manufacture to high.
So this is the GT Premium that has been sold in Kenya,
Right.
and in the UAE where we directly sell ourselves. And this is the line box which is then sold by our partners, now exported to 20 countries.
Right.
So that has made it.
What is the price for this and for this approximately?
This we cannot tell you because it's for partners.
Okay, for this.
This, see, we have 200 different models. What our brand promises is we sell it 25% below HP pricing, so whatever the HP pricing is. But to give you an idea, the cheapest models are around 200 dirhams for one unit, and it goes up to 1,000 dirhams.
Nice.
1,200 is the retail price for the most expensive unit. If you shift over there, we have actually a few pictures of Dubai Agenda 2021. So that was a meeting that's His Excellency heading the Executive Council, Shaybani. That's Dair Khalfan, Chief of Police, Ministry of Economy. So this was a small working group in which we provided also ideas and brainstorming sessions on how to go the contribution of the SMEs from 40% to 60% in the local economy. So we had a couple of ideas. Our group won the innovation prize. So we won all laptops, and we were the most innovative group out of 22 different groups. And a couple of our ideas got also implemented already in the economic department as well.
Nice.
You might have heard about the Dubai Star program, A star, B minus, star rating program out of Dubai
Yeah,
SME.
star rating, yeah.
That was conceived here on this table.
Okay.
On this table. So it's a very progressive, I found surprisingly very progressive approach of the government, of the Executive Council to incorporate. There was one foreign businessman, this gentleman, and me, the two entrepreneurs, and the rest are all government officials in our group. Well, I think it's an extremely progressive and open-minded approach to integrate the local community into lawmaking, if you want, into the economic policies.
Great.
We have here Sheikh Maktoum as well.
When was that? What was it about?
This one was, if I'm not wrong, Dubai SME, 2015 maybe, when we were ranked 15th, I believe, SME 100, the top 100 SME companies in Dubai. So that was the award giving ceremony. That's His Excellency, the Ministry of Environment over there.
Be careful.
This was actually this year, if I'm not wrong, because this is at Majid Al Futtaim's offices. We are part of the closer knit environmental sustainability community, let's say. And MAF announced in this meeting, the CEO, the zero carbon approach that they have. That was this meeting that was announced. That's what I mentioned, the circular economy that I would love to set up as a community that just makes sure that this topic is discussed and implemented and supported.
Great. So this was when the SMEs were invited to His Highness's palace, the beach palace. And it is one of the most amazing moments of my life because I absolutely adore and admire His Highness. I think I wake up every morning and you know, aspire that someday I will be even this much of him. He's amazing.
If you met him next time, what would you talk to him? If you had, like, they say, okay, Nicole, you have 20 minutes to talk to Sheikh, His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed, what would you talk to him about?
What would I talk to him about?
Yeah.
What would I tell him?
Yeah. Maybe you have some suggestions. Maybe you will discuss some business plan with him. I don't know. Or maybe you can, I don't know, whatever. What comes to your mind?
I think gratitude.
Yeah.
I think that's all I would say. I would say thank you. Thank you for making all of us, you know, have such great lives and giving us the foundation and platform for us to develop ourselves and grow. And I think that 20 minutes would be spent in pure gratitude.
Right. You have so many awards.
Yes, I do.
Where do you have time to get all of them? Can you please tell us why Diva? How did you pick up this name?
Look at me. Seriously, what other name comes to your mind when you look at me? If not a diva.
Do you remember how much did you earn during the first month of running a business?
In terms of margins?
In terms of margin.
In terms of numbers.
You can say if you remember the number and the margin.
It was
will
such
be
a long
great.
time ago. It was like a good 16, 17 years ago. So to be honest, I don't remember it. But if you need, I can pull up the audit reports. You know.
But were you profitable in the since first month? Right?
Absolutely, yeah. I paid back my investment in like the first 3 months.
Nice.
So we paid back our investors. I mean, like, you know, the money that we raised and yeah.
What would you recommend to those people who have spare 50 to 100,000 dirhams?
Think about what you're great at doing or good at doing and how you want to improve yourself and start something. You know, definitely start something.
For the beginner models, what would be your 3 advice, like the most crucial advice that they need to do right now?
Trust yourself. Believe in yourself, number 1. Trust in yourself and believe in yourself, number 1. Number 2, go out and make a plan of what you want to do with your lives, right? So if you want to be a model, pick up the phone, call us, get a portfolio done so that you have something to showcase, right? And 3, start working towards your goal. This is the 3 most important elements to get anywhere, let alone modeling.
How would you define a successful model? Who is this man or a woman?
Somebody who's really versatile, somebody who is able to fit in with all types of people, who is not condemning or judgmental, who's not resisting and has resentment, who's able to accommodate and work with all types of requirements. We could be shooting in the ocean, we could be shooting off aircraft, and that's the person who makes a truly successful model.
Do you think models have some age when they need to quit?
No.
Or it's a lifetime journey?
It's a lifetime journey, definitely a lifetime journey. We use models who are like 65 years old sometimes for life insurance and banks where we need, and then we use babies who for when we have diapers and child food and things like that. So it's your whole life, It's something you can always do. Nice. It's about just believing in yourself, loving yourself, trusting yourself, and being there for yourself.
This was Nicole Rodriguez, the founder and the owner of lots of Diva branded companies. Thank you very much. I really made a discovery in you because most of the entrepreneurs and business people, they are very, very maybe shy. They are sometimes maybe scary of something. They don't want to tell their story, though they have a lot to share. But you was outstanding in terms of responsiveness and the fast pace of your replies. And thank you very much that you allowed us to meet you, to stay during this day today with you and see how you work, how you live, and inspire our viewers, because lots of people who are watching us right now got really inspired by your story. And my favorite part, The giveaway.
Yes.
We will have the books. What are these books about? Tell us.
So Max, these is a Pacesetter 2 and this is the Super 100. So basically these are local entrepreneurs in the region and their inspirational stories of fellow entrepreneurs. And I hope you enjoy reading them and understanding a little more of their journeys, because every journey is different.
Right.
Everybody has a different lesson to learn or lessons to learn. And these were my lessons, but I'm sure there are many other lessons that you'd probably be able to relate to. So I hope you enjoy them.
Thank you so much.
Very much. Thank you for having me.
I will have a look at them.
Yes.
But what I suggest is making a contest to all the subscribers who are watching us right now. If you want to get these books directly from Nicole, you need to write in the comments below this video. Of course, you need to hit the like button, subscribe button, and all this stuff, you know this. Write a slogan for Nicole, rhyming with the word Diva.
Sure. And you might be just lucky. You might win yourself a free portfolio with Diva.
Yeah, if it will be outstanding, maybe we will select, if we have 2 books, we will have two winners, plus one winner will get the portfolio with the company of Nicole, which costs 2,500 dirhams. So that's a very nice deal. So like, I don't see any reasons why you should not write your comments below the video. Just write the slogan rhyming with Diva, and Nicole herself will be selecting the winner. We are talking about people, right? How do you select people? How far you are going into selection, and how to find the best people? What is your answer?
Yeah, it's very hard. Basically, it was something we were discussing before our interview. To find the right people is very, very hard. So first of all, the most important thing is if they are from the person, very good. If they are honest persons and they are willing to learn a lot, willing to fight for the company and bringing their value higher and higher. It's very, very important. If you have some random people who just want to come to the job and doing something and going home, these people you never want in your business, and please don't let them also come inside your life, because these people are not giving you the the attention, not giving you also the passion, and you're also going down because you are surrounded by these people. Always get people where you can learn also something from them. In the beginning it's normal that they are coming to learn something, but I have guys, I learn from them. So I bring a guy, I show him traffic. I show him traffic, how to make pay-per-click marketing. So he was very good in the beginning, but not perfect. I teach him perfection in my point of view. But right now he's the god. He can make much more than me. Right. And I learn from him because each week I'm talking to him, and in 10 minutes he's just showing something what I would take for me 1 week to learn it. So I'm learning more faster because everybody else is spending the time, and the time is very, very specific. It's very important that you are investing your time on the right places with the right people. That's why you invest too much time with the wrong people if you are just concentrating to just grow. And basically, beginning of the year, I wanted just to grow. I thought like, you have to grow with your company because the numbers are good, and you have to grow. And I just took more and more people, but I understood that this is not something what brings me further, and I just fired 20 people. Right. 20 people because it was not the right people, and the good ones, all of them stick to the company. And right now I'm growing slowly, not like from 1 month to the next 20, 30 people more, but slowly 5 to 10 people, but they are the right ones, and I have a good feeling for them.
What is success for you?
Success for me is not money. Success for me is not wealth. Success for me is doing what you love, smiling every day, be happy in your life, and be healthy. If you don't have the health, might be that you cannot have it, then it's very, very difficult in your life. So if you have it, appreciate it. Say thank you. This is success in my opinion.
We have a giveaway from Said. This is the book, as far as I know, right?
Yes.
Tell us about this book. What is it about?
So the book is basically about my way, how I did it from 100 euros to 1.4 million euros for everybody who is out there and who has a dream to want to, if you are just interested to want to learn how you can do it, I can give it for you for free. It is a bestseller of last year and the year before that, but I would like to give it to you like an ebook, and we can give it for everybody for free. And the last week it was translated to English, so you will get the very first version of it.
Finally, I was waiting for the English version.
Yeah,
I was asking Said, please make your book in English, and finally he has it. So, to get this book, please write in the comments below, if you had 5 million euros in your pocket, on your bank account, how would you spend them? Would it be a social project? Would it be, I don't know, some personal items? Would you build a factory or a structure, or I don't know, whatever you want? Please write in the comments below. Said will be selecting the winner, and will get the book first.
Very good. Thank you very much.
What would be your words of encouragement to those people who want to start business but they are afraid?
Nike, just do it. So if you have a belief, just do it. You have afraid is a ghost. Afraid is a ghost when you're not prepared. So the more facts you have about what you do, the more knowledge you have about what you do, the more you talk to people that have been there. The afraid part typically comes from your friends and family, mothers, fathers, and so on. Who makes you otherwise afraid? What's afraid? Afraid is not real. Being afraid means there is a ghost looming, I will fail. Somebody has told me I might fail.